Hi, I'm Ethan. I'm a software developer, which sounds pretty standard these days. But back when I started out 5 years ago, my older brother Marcus thought it was the stupidest career choice ever. I remember the exact conversation we had at my parents' house when I told everyone I'd accepted a position at a small tech startup. Wait, you're serious? Marcus had said, leaning back in his chair with that smirk he always wore. You're turning down the construction management job Dad lined up for you to sit in front of a computer all day? It's a great opportunity, Marcus. The startup has real potential and... Potential? He laughed, loud enough that Mom looked over from the kitchen. Ethan, those companies fold every other week. You know what has potential? Real estate development. That's where the real money is. Dad had tried to smooth things over. Marcus, your brother made his choice. We should support him. I'm just being realistic, Dad, Marcus said, shooting me a look. But hey, good luck with your little computer games or whatever. It's not games. We're developing financial software for... Yeah. Just don't come crying to me when you're broke in 6 months. That was 5 years ago. Since then, Marcus never let up. Every family dinner, every holiday, every phone call became another chance for him to take shots at my career. My best friend Jake understood what I was dealing with. We'd met at the startup, and he'd stuck with me when we eventually moved to a bigger company together. Dude, why do you even still talk to him? Jake asked one afternoon at our favorite coffee shop. He's my brother, I said. Family's complicated. Family shouldn't make you feel like garbage every time you see them. What did he say at Thanksgiving? I sighed. He asked if I was still playing on my computer for minimum wage, in front of everyone. What'd you say? Nothing, I don't know, I guess I'm used to it. Jake shook his head. Man, you're making 6 figures. You bought that nice condo last year. What's he doing that's so great? He's in real estate development, flips houses, manages some properties. Does okay, I think. Does he make more than you? I don't know. Probably not, honestly. But he acts like he's Donald Trump or something. My sister Rachel was more sympathetic. She called me last week and her voice had that careful tone that meant bad news. Ethan, I need to tell you something, and you're not going to like it. What's up, Rach? I was at Marcus's place yesterday for his barbecue. You know, the one he didn't invite you to? My stomach tightened. Yeah, I figured. He was talking about you, to everyone there, his friends, his girlfriend, some business associates. What was he saying? She hesitated. He was making fun of your job, calling you the family tech support and joking about how you're wasting your degree. His girlfriend asked about you and he said you're basically a glorified IT guy who fixes old ladies' laptops. Rachel, it's fine. I'm used to... No, Ethan, it's not fine. He told them you're barely making ends meet and that you keep asking him for money advice, which is complete bull, and you know it. I felt my jaw clench. I've never asked him for anything. I know. That's why I'm telling you. It gets worse. He's been telling people that Mom and Dad are worried about you, that they're disappointed you didn't follow Dad into construction. I asked Mom about it later, and she had no idea what I was talking about. She said they're proud of you. Why would he lie about that? Because he's insecure, Ethan. He's always been jealous of you. You went to college, you have this stable career, and meanwhile he's barely keeping his business afloat. Did you know he almost lost his house last year? What? No, he never said... Of course he didn't. He can't admit when things aren't perfect, but I heard him arguing with Dad about a loan. He's not doing as well as he pretends. I sat there, phone pressed to my ear, feeling something shift inside me. Years of mockery, of condescension, of being made to feel small suddenly felt different. It wasn't about him being successful and me being a failure. It was about him tearing me down to build himself up. There's something else, Rachel continued. You know that old Victorian house on Maple Street, the one being renovated? The big one? Yeah, it's gorgeous. Marcus is obsessed with it. I mean obsessed. He talks about it constantly, says it's his dream property that once it hits the market, he's going to buy it and flip it for a huge profit. Or maybe keep it, depends on his mood. He even has photos of it on his phone that he shows people. Okay? I'm just saying, he's got his heart set on that place, like really set on it. The seed of an idea began forming in my mind. When's it going on the market? Soon, I think. Why? Just curious. I called my real estate agent, Monica, the next morning. We'd worked together when I bought my condo, and she'd been great. Ethan, long time. What can I do for you? The Victorian on Maple Street, the one being renovated. What's the story with that? Oh, that's a beautiful property. Hits the market Friday. Why? You interested? Maybe. What's the asking price? She told me, and I let out a low whistle. It was steep, but not impossible. Not anymore. Can you get me in to see it tomorrow? Absolutely. I'll set it up. But Ethan, I should mention, there's already buzz about this place. Multiple parties have expressed interest. What kind of parties? A couple of developers mostly. One guy has been particularly pushy about it. Marcus something? Marcus Turner? My brother, of course. Has he made an offer? Not yet. He's toured it twice but hasn't committed to anything. Between you and me, I don't think his financing is as solid as he claims. Interesting. Can you do me a favor and not mention I'm looking at it? I want to keep this quiet. Sure thing. See you tomorrow at 2? Perfect. Jake met me for lunch and I filled him in. Dude, that's genius, he said, grinning. You're actually going to buy it? If it's as good as it looks in photos, I've been saving aggressively, and with my last promotion, you can afford it? I can make it work, especially if I rent out my condo. The numbers actually make sense. But this isn't really about the numbers, is it? I smiled. It's about sending a message. He spent 5 years telling everyone I'm a failure. Time to show him exactly how wrong he is. What about your parents? They going to be caught in the middle of this? I talked to Mom this morning, told her everything Rachel said. She was furious. She had no idea Marcus has been lying about what they think of me. That conversation with Mom had been eye-opening. Ethan, honey, your father and I are so proud of you, she'd said, her voice shaking with emotion. We've always been proud. The fact that Marcus has been saying otherwise... It's okay, Mom. No, it's not okay. I'm going to talk to him. Please don't. Not yet. I need to handle this my own way. What are you planning? Something that'll make everything clear. Trust me? She'd hesitated. Just don't do anything you'll regret. I won't. This is all above board, legal and clean. The house tour with Monica was everything I'd hoped for. 4 bedrooms, original hardwood floors, a completely updated kitchen, and a backyard that looked like something from a magazine. So? Monica asked as we stood on the back porch. What do you think? I think my brother is going to hate me, she laughed. You want to make an offer? Yes, above asking. I want this locked down before anyone else can touch it. You sure? That's a big jump from your condo. I'm sure. Let's make it happen. Rachel called me that evening, breathless with excitement. Okay, so I did some digging like you asked. And? Marcus has been telling everyone he's buying that house, like everyone, his friends, his business partners, even some clients. He's acting like it's already his. But he hasn't made an offer? According to his girlfriend, who I ran into at the gym, he's been having trouble getting financing approved. She said he's been stressed about it but won't admit there's a problem. He keeps saying the house is basically his and that he's just finalizing some details. How long has he been planning this? Months. He's been watching the renovation, taking pictures, planning what he's going to do with each room. Ethan, he's going to lose his mind when he finds out someone else bought it. Good. Good? Ethan, he's our brother. Yeah, and he's been treating me like garbage for 5 years while lying to everyone about me. I'm done being the bigger person, Rachel. I'm done letting him walk all over me. She was quiet for a moment. You know what? You're right. He needs to face some consequences. What's your timeline? Offer goes in tomorrow morning. If all goes well, I'll own it by the end of the month. This is going to be epic. Can I be there when you tell him? Wouldn't have it any other way. The closing happened on a Tuesday. By Wednesday afternoon, I had the keys and invited Marcus to lunch at Dad's request, or so I told him. He showed up late. Sorry, had a big deal I was working on. You know how it is. Oh wait, you wouldn't. How's the tech support business? I smiled. It's good, Marcus, really good. I got promoted last month, Senior Director of Engineering. He waved dismissively. That's nice. Hey, did you hear about the Victorian on Maple Street? I'm about to close on that. 6-figure profit, easy. You made an offer? Well, finalizing the financing, but yeah, it's mine. The agent knows I'm serious. Monica knows you're serious? His eyes narrowed. You know Monica? She's my agent. Small world. Anyway, the house is basically mine. I pulled out my phone and showed him a photo of the house's front porch taken from inside. I took that yesterday, from inside my house. He stared. What? The Victorian on Maple Street. I closed Tuesday. It's mine. The color drained from his face. You're lying. I set the keys on the table. Want to come see it? That's impossible. You can't afford... Oh, what, Marcus? A glorified IT guy? Someone who fixes old ladies' laptops? Someone barely making ends meet? His mouth opened and closed. I don't. Rachel told me what you've been saying at your barbecue to everyone, how you've been lying about mom and dad being disappointed in me. Ethan, look, I was just what? Tearing me down to feel better? Making up stories about me asking for money advice? His face reddened. You don't understand the pressure I'm under. My stable little job earned me a $200,000 bonus last quarter. My stable little job let me outbid you on your dream house. My job you've mocked for 5 years while your business falls apart. Who told you that? Does it matter? You've spent years making me feel small. Every dinner, every holiday. I let you because I thought maybe you were actually more successful, that maybe you had a right to be proud. Ethan, but you're not more successful, you're just louder. You're better at pretending. And you know what's sad? I might have helped you if you'd been honest. If you treated me like a brother instead of someone to step on. Marcus stood up, his chair scraping loudly. You did this to spite me. No, Marcus, I bought that house because it's beautiful and I can afford it. That it hurts you is just a bonus. You always thought you were better than me. I never thought I was better. I just wanted your respect, or for you to stop trying to humiliate me. This isn't over, Marcus said, his voice shaking. You just made a huge mistake. Is that a threat? I'm just saying you better watch yourself. That house, your car, your precious condo. Accidents happen, Ethan. My stomach went cold. Did you just threaten my property? I'm just saying things happen. Would be a shame if what, Marcus? Are you seriously threatening me right now? He grabbed his jacket. Stay out of my way. He stormed out. I'd recorded the entire conversation. I called Rachel. How'd it go? He threatened my property, implied he might do something to the house. Ethan, that's serious. I know, I have it recorded. I'm going to the police. Detective Sarah Chen took my statement seriously. Mr. Turner, these threats fall under harassment and intimidation laws. We have enough to pursue charges and recommend a restraining order. A restraining order? Against my own brother? He made direct threats about your property. We need to protect you. Mom called. Rachel told us everything. Your father and I are horrified. I'm sorry, Mom. Don't apologize. Marcus made his choices. We talked to him, and he admitted everything. The lies, the mockery, all of it. He tried to justify it by saying you stole his dream house. It was never his house. We told him that. We also told him we won't be helping with his financial problems anymore. He needs to face consequences. Dad took the phone. Son, I owe you an apology. I should have stood up for you more. What he said about us, those lies, unforgivable. We're proud of you, Ethan. Always have been. 2 weeks later, Marcus showed up at my new house. I'd installed cameras, so I called Rachel before opening the door. He's here. Want me to come over? Please. Rachel arrived as Marcus knocked. Whatever you need to say, you can say in front of Rachel, I told him. He glanced at her. I'm sorry for everything. The things I said, the lies, threatening you, I was jealous. You had success, stability, and I was drowning. Instead of asking for help, I tried to make you look small. Okay, he blinked. Okay, that's it? What do you want me to say? I want you to forgive me. I want things to go back to how they were. How they were? When you were mocking me constantly, lying about me? That's what you want back? No, I mean before all that, when we were brothers. Rachel crossed her arms. Marcus, you threatened his property. You made him go to the police. You spent years making him feel worthless. I know, I'm sorry. I'm in therapy now. I just need another chance. I shook my head. No. What? No, I don't forgive you. I don't want you in my life. Ethan, I'm your brother. You stopped being my brother when you decided your ego was more important than our relationship. You had 5 years to treat me with respect, 5 years to be happy for my success. Instead, you tore me down. I said, I'm sorry. And I heard you. But sorry doesn't undo the damage. It doesn't erase the lies or the humiliation. It doesn't change that you threatened me when you didn't. Get your way. So you're just going to cut me out? Yes, Rachel interrupted. Mom and Dad support Ethan completely. This is on you, Marcus. He stood there silently before turning away. You're going to regret this. Is that another threat? He spun back. No, I just meant you're going to regret not giving me a chance. The only thing I regret is not standing up to you sooner. We watched him drive away. Rachel put her arm around my shoulders. You okay? Yeah, actually I feel pretty good. Inside we sat on my new couch looking out at the backyard. You know what the best part is, Rachel asked. What? You didn't have to become like him to beat him. You just had to be yourself. She was right. Marcus spent years trying to make me feel small, but I'd won by simply living my life well. The house was beautiful, my career was thriving, and I was surrounded by people who actually cared about me. Sometimes the best revenge isn't about tearing someone else down. It's about building yourself up so high they can't touch you anymore. Have you ever had to stand up to a family member who constantly put you down? How did you handle it? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about overcoming toxic relationships.